Apophis, one of the most dangerous rocks in our solar system, is on a path bringing it frighteningly close to Earth. Scientists say it's not going to hit, but a lot of people have trust issues. So, what's it gonna be? Let's break it down. The universe is a vast, mysterious place, teeming with planets, stars, galaxies, and yes, asteroids too. Today, we're talking about one asteroid in particular, 99942 Apophis. And no, that's not the password to my old high school locker. Although, considering the amount of junk I left in there, it might as well have been. In all seriousness, Apophis is no joke. It's an asteroid that's been getting a lot of attention from scientists, and not just because it's named after an Egyptian god of chaos, which sounds like something straight out of a Marvel comic. No, Apophis isn't joining the Avengers or the X-Men anytime soon. But it has been making headlines for a potentially earth-shaking reason. Some early predictions suggested that Apophis might be on a collision course with Earth, and I don't mean the kind of collision where you bump into an old friend. We're talking a bad day for everyone involved kind of collision. But before you start building your underground bunker and stocking up on canned goods, let's take a closer look at what the scientists are actually saying. Now, scientists aren't just pulling these predictions out of a magic 8-ball. They're using some seriously sophisticated techniques and technologies to track Apophis and other asteroids and predict their orbits. They use everything from radar observations to optical telescopes, not to mention a whole bunch of complex mathematical models. It's like figuring out where a car is going by looking at its tire tracks, except the car is in space and it's traveling at thousands of miles per hour. So, what's the verdict on Apophis? Well, the initial odds were about 2.7% for a collision in 2029. I mean, those are better odds than me getting a date for Saturday night, but still. But then, the scientists crunched the numbers again and found that the 2029 impact scenario was off the table. It was like getting a second opinion on a medical test and finding out you're actually just allergic to Mondays. But wait, there's more. Another close approach in 2036 was also a cause for concern. But, you guessed it, further observations ruled that one out too. So for now, it looks like we're in the clear. But let's be real, nothing in life is 100% certain. There's always a chance I might win the lottery, or accidentally discover that I'm a long-lost prince. And in science, there's always room for a bit of uncertainty too. This isn't because scientists are bad at their jobs, far from it. It's because they're dealing with incredibly complex systems. Imagine trying to predict where every leaf will fall in a forest, or try to guess the exact traffic pattern in New York City 5 years from now. In the case of Apophis, there are countless factors that could potentially influence its path. These include the gravitational pull of other celestial bodies, slight variations in the asteroid's shape and rotation, and even the pressure of sunlight radiating off its surface. It's like trying to navigate a ship in a storm while juggling flaming swords. Not easy, folks. But here's the good news. Scientists are really, really good at this. They've spent decades honing their techniques, and they're able to make incredibly accurate predictions even with all the uncertainties. But let's talk distances. Just how close will our celestial buddy Apophis get to us? In the grand scheme of the cosmos, it's going to get really, really close. In 2029, Apophis is projected to come within about 31,000 kilometers of Earth's surface. Now, that may sound like a lot, but in space terms, it's closer than a whisper. To put that in perspective, that's closer to us than some of our own satellites. Imagine you're in your backyard, minding your own business, and your neighbor's drone suddenly buzzes by overhead. That's how Earth might feel when Apophis swings by. Now, even though Apophis is getting up close and personal, there's no need to panic. It's not going to swoop down and steal our lunch money. It's just passing by, like a tourist taking selfies with the Earth in the background. So, while it might be a bit unsettling to think about an asteroid coming that close, rest assured, the scientists have got this one under control. They're like the world's best air traffic controllers, but for the entire solar system. So when they say that Apophis isn't going to hit us in 2029 or 2036, we can breathe a sigh of relief. And if you've already started building that underground bunker, well, it could make a great man cave or she shed. And hey, Even if we did find a potentially hazardous asteroid on a collision course with Earth, we're not totally defenseless. NASA and other agencies have been studying various asteroid deflection strategies. These include the kinetic impactor technique, which is basically like playing a giant game of cosmic billiards, where we try to knock the asteroid off course. So, in 2029, when Apophis makes its close approach, instead of ducking for cover, we'll be ready with our telescopes and instruments to learn as much as we can about this ancient chunk of rock from the depths of space. And, who knows, maybe we'll even get some pretty cool selfies out of it too. But what if our friend Apophis decides to hit? Apophis is pretty big as far as asteroids go, about 370 meters in diameter. That's roughly the size of 4 football fields, or approximately 185 million hamsters lined up nose to tail. If an asteroid that size were to hit Earth, it would definitely make a splash. And by splash, I mean a crater about 5 kilometers wide. That's like taking a chunk out of New York City. The impact would also release energy equivalent to over 1 billion tons of TNT. Talk about a bad hair day. But it's not just the immediate impact we'd have to worry about. The dust and debris thrown up into the atmosphere could cause what's known as an impact winter. This could lead to a drop in temperatures, disruption of plant growth, and a serious dent in your summer vacation plans. But sleep tight, folks. The sky isn't falling. At least, not today. And remember, if you do see a shooting star, make a wish. Just hope that it's not an asteroid with our address on it. Thank you for joining us on this cosmic journey. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your fellow space enthusiasts. And don't forget to check back in for more stellar content. Until then, keep your eyes on the stars.